Welcome to Car Comparos. Today we'll be comparing the Volkswagen Ameo with the Honda Amaze. Pricing and features. The top-end Ameo Highline Diesel costs 9.9 lakh rupees on road Delhi, which is around 50,000 rupees more expensive than the range-topping Amaze VX variant costing 9.35 lakh rupees. However, the Ameo Highline has a long list of extra features over the Amaze VX like parking camera, touchscreen, cruise control, rain sensing wipers, cornering lamps, cooled glove box, telescopic steering adjust, remote controlled window operation, and auto up anti-pinch windows. Ameo's extra features are easily worth around 75,000 rupees, actually making it around 25,000 rupees cheaper than an equivalent Amaze. Performance and drivability. Volkswagen is in dire need of an upgrade of its 1.2 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine powering the Ameo and the Polo. It just doesn't have the grunt to power the heavily built cars that it makes. The Amaze, on the other hand, is powered by the 1.2 litre iVTEC mill, which is one of the best petrol mills in the business. The Amaze has 30% better power to weight ratio than the Ameo, giving it far superior performance and overtaking ability than the Ameo. The iVTEC is a bit lacking in low-end torque but makes up for it with a blissfully refined and rev-hungry character. The Ameo's 3-cylinder loses out in terms of refinement as well, with a noticeable thrum at low revs. The Ameo Diesel has a slight performance advantage over the Amaze, especially in terms of mid-range grunt as well as outright acceleration. Both cars have hardly any turbo lag, making them ideal for pottering around city streets. The Ameo is marginally more refined and rev-happy compared to the Amaze, although both cars feel a bit noisy compared to their competitors from Maruti and Hyundai. Fuel efficiency. The Ameo Petrol has an ARAI certified mileage of 17.8 kmpL, which is identical to the manual geared Amaze Petrol but 0.3 kmpL less than the automatic one. The Ameo Diesel, on the other hand, is around 4 kmpL less efficient than the Amaze Diesel, which has an ARAI certified mileage of 25.8 kmpL. In our real world tests, the petrol powered Amaze manual was consistently 1 kmpL more efficient than the Ameo. Even the automatic geared Amaze Petrol was over a kmpL more efficient than the Ameo manual. The diesel Amaze was also roughly 2 kmpL more efficient than both the manual as well as the DSG equipped automatic. Space and comfort. The way in which Honda has managed to package a big 1500cc diesel mill, a spacious rear seat, and on top of that a 400-litre capacity boot in a sub 4 meter vehicle is no mean feat. Ameo's rear seat is far less spacious and comfortable than the Amaze, be it in terms of legroom, headroom, or shoulder space. With 4 adults on board, the Amaze does have some room left over to squeeze in a fifth guy, but in the Ameo, it is no less than a punishment. Ameo's 330-litre boot is also a good 70 litres smaller than the Amaze. Amaze's big windows and windshields make for an airy ambience, but even its facelifted interiors do not feel as premium and well appointed as the Ameo's. Handling and ride quality. The Ameo has a slight edge over the Amaze in terms of dynamics. The Ameo has a more mature ride than the Amaze with slightly better bump absorption and rock-solid stability at high speeds fit for the autobahn. The Amaze also has a decent ride but transmits some of the impact to the occupants while going over sharp bumps and undulations. Both cars have excellent handling manners with balanced chassis complemented by well-weighted and feel-some steering. Reliability and after-sales service. The Japanese are way ahead of the Germans when it comes to product reliability and service support in our country. Honda's products have proven to be faultlessly reliable over the past 20 years in our market. In contrast, Volkswagen's reliability record has been quite patchy. The The DSG gearbox deserves a special mention here for failing spectacularly in numerous cases recorded on Team BHP. But that's not all. Volkswagen's cars are also painfully expensive to repair and service. Hondas, on the other hand, are surprisingly affordable to service and moderately expensive to repair. Resale and cost of ownership. The Ameo is bound to depreciate marginally more than the Amaze over a usage of 5 to 7 years, thanks to Honda's superior reputation for hassle-free ownership in India. The Ameo Petrol costs around 50,000 rupees more than the equivalent Amaze manual and identical to the Amaze automatic in overall ownership costs. The diesel powered Ameo manual will cost 50,000 rupees more than the equivalent Amaze. The Ameo Diesel automatic though works out to be 1.6 lakh rupees more expensive than the manual Amaze and over 1 lakh rupees more than the manual Ameo. That brings us to the verdict. It is a very close call between these two cars. The Ameo is Volkswagen's best priced car to date, undercutting its established competitors by a fair margin. It is filled to the brim with gadgets, and its fit and finish can shame cars from two segments above it. It has a punchy diesel engine and excellent dynamics to boot. Fundamentally, it is definitely a superior automobile to the Amaze. This marks the end of the story for all the enthusiasts. However, for the majority of actual car buyers, the Amaze makes a better match. The diesel Amaze is lighter on the pocket, has got the reliability to last decades, and space to accommodate a family of 5 along with all of their luggage. The CVT box equipped Amaze is just perfect for urban commuters. It is much more practical and magnificently refined than the Ameo, which is just what mainstream car buyers require and thus is our pick of this test.